What's up guys, my name is Joey and in this video we will be discussing the new play to earn game called Wrath of Tezca and basically determine if it's worth an investment for you or me to make. Now let's start off with the description guys. Wrath of Tezca is an Aztec inspired fantasy NFT game on the Wax blockchain. Equip your soldiers and send them off on instant missions to earn loot. Now this is the first issue I'm having with this so-called game already because send them off to instant missions to earn loot, that sounds like a staking mechanism to me. And a staking mechanism is not a game, guys. It's also not a utility, so don't get that twisted. There's usually not much gameplay going on. But if we look at the screenshot, there seems to be some 3D elements going on. And that is good because this looks like a game and not a staking mechanism. So let's go to the website, guys. And I have to admit, their website looks good. It looks professional. It shows a lot of content already. We can already see some elements over here. They don't look bad at all. 95% of the land sold out. We will go in a little bit deeper later. That's totally fine. We just want a quick overview on how their website looks like, how their graphic design looks like, and how their overall IP and universe looks like. And this looks good, guys. It looks like 3D elements. They are like 3D assets though. So this is your inventory. This is your character, I believe. And this is a 3D map because I believe they stated to be a turn-based tactical strategic game. That's fine, guys. I really like this already because I really like to see gameplay or screenshots of gameplay, right, guys? And 3D assets. I really like 3D assets as well. The roadmap is a little bit lacking, guys, because it only goes towards stage 4 2022, and that's a little bit short in my opinion. I really enjoy if roadmap also have a long-term approach, which this roadmap doesn't, which is a little bit lacking, guys. Of course, we will go into that a little bit deeper. This is also very good, guys, because I really like it when a team is known and transparent and basically introduce themselves towards you guys, right, guys? Because they're asking for money, basically. They're asking for an investment. They're asking for you guys to spend a lot of money on their NFT. So the least thing they can do is be transparent and introduce themselves towards you guys, if that makes any sense. And they do that, guys. I see real life faces. I see full names on some of them, so that's good. And the best thing is, if we click on one of their pictures, it redirects us towards their LinkedIn page. Now, unfortunately, not all the members, so I'm not entirely certain what is going on because the half of their team also doesn't use their full name and they don't have a LinkedIn page, whereas only the first two are using their full name and their LinkedIn page. So it's not the worst, but it's also not the best. I was already very excited when I saw this team because, you know, they're the real life faces. That is good. The first two members are using their full names, and when you click on the first two members, you get redirected to their LinkedIn page. Absolutely perfect, guys. The other 80% of their team, I can't do that with. And like I stated before, we can't see the full name. So that's a little bit concerning. That's a little bit bad. Join our community. Now we also can't find any LinkedIn hyperlink here. So that's also a little bit concerning. But here again, guys, this looks really good in my opinion. If we click on it, yeah, right, guys. So that's really good. We can already see some game going on. Whereas their introduction on the Deparator looked like it was a little bit of a staking game. So what is actually going on there? We will definitely figure that out once we go further through this website. Okay, guys. So overall, the website looks good. It already has a unique IP. They're using some Aztec Mayan type of design and story behind their intellectual property, and that is really good. I really like it. I really like the screenshot background here too. I mean, it's not really a screenshot. It's like graphic design, but either way, it looks good. Your journey awaits the first fantasy turn-based tactical game on the Wax blockchain. We can play that right here. I'm of course already in that portal, so we will go through that a little bit later. So let's continue to go down. Crafting update is now live. The latest WOT update brings with I think this is a grammar mistake. It should be comes with the ability to craft and unpack NFT chests directly in game. Each chest contains one random NFT selected from our crafting pool. We've also added a new weapon type, the staff, which is the first equipment slot to have a mythic variant. This new NFT will only be available by crafting, and that's totally fine, guys. We can see the different rarities, whereas you have like mythic, legendary, epic, rare, and common. That's what I presume they are, and they get like more more special once they're getting more rare, guys, like in any other game basically. And they look good. Doesn't look bad at all. I really like the animation going on. The only worry I'm having with this, it's like they're not really 3D assets. They are cards, and cards usually implicates that it is a staking mechanism disguised in a game. And again, guys, like I said before, in my opinion, staking is not a utility and staking is not a game because there's not a lot of gameplay going on when it's only a staking mechanism, because basically basically you buy your NFT card, you stake them, or whatever they define it as, work or send them on a mission or whatever they define it as. You have to wait a couple of hours, you come back, you claim your token, and you basically are, and they have a fatigue system where you have to wait like 12 hours again before you can stake or send your troops on a mission or whatever the definition they implemented within their game, right? Or staking mechanism, I should say. So there's not a lot of gameplay going on. You buy a card, you stake them, you wait. So there's not a lot of gameplay going on, guys, because you buy a NFT card, you stake them, you wait a couple of hours, you log off, you come back later and do it over and over and over and over again. It becomes very repetitive. First of all, you have to be very consistent with it, and it's just boring, guys, because there's nothing going on. Now, I really hope that this is not a staking mechanism disguised in a game, because it does look good so far, guys. I really like the website. I really like that some of their team members are available, right, guys? So what is Wrath of Tezca? Question mark. Wrath of Tezca is an Aztec inspired fantasy NFT game on the Wax blockchain. Equip your soldiers and send them off on instant missions to earn resources, allowing you to craft more NFTs to bolster your army or sell for real profits. Read our white paper. Let's open that real quick in our tabs. We are now verified on Atomic Hub. That's great, guys. Atomic Hub is, I mean, I'm not a real fan of Atomic Hub. I prefer Opensea, but that's just a personal preference, guys. Atomic Hub works perfectly fine. That's okay. And the Wax chain is usually a little bit cheaper, right, guys? Start your collection today so we can see some champions or soldiers or characters over here, basically, so we can see different rarities, whereas this is a mythic soldier character, I believe. Then we get a legendary soldier, and basically we go down from there, right, guys? So obviously the more rarer your champion or soldier is, the stronger the character is, right, guys? That's common sense. Same applies for the gear you can apply to your champion. The higher the rarity, the stronger the weapon or gear piece is. So yeah, that's a little bit common sense, guys. 95% of the lands sold. Majority of the remaining 5% of the lands have been added to our crafting pool. Good luck pulling one. And that's interesting, guys. Now, lands are always interesting for me personally as an investor. So hopefully we can find more information about that too. So here, yeah, again, guys, we can see some in-game screenshots already, and that is very nice. It looks good. Like we have like rare loot, unique maps, tactical position. So this does look like a game and not a staking mechanism. But is that the truth, guys? Let's figure that out later, because I think I have a different opinion as of today, the state the game is in currently. So the roadmap, guys, let's see what is going on. Send soldiers into instant combat missions. Crafting release. Okay, so that's right now. Land sale. Owners can upgrade land while receiving rewards when fought on. I believe the land sale was in January. It's not in March, unfortunately. Introduction of accounts, wide upgrades, 3D based combat. Closed beta will require whitelist access to play. 3D based combat open beta. Control your soldiers in a fully fledged combat scenarios whilst earning even greater rewards. Okay, so what I believe is going on, I think the game in the current state is still a staking mechanism, because you send them on a mission and you get automatically rewarded for them. You have to wait like 12 hours, come back and do it again. Whereas in the latest state of the game, you actually can play with your characters, and that would be something very interesting to look out for. Unfortunately, and that is very, very, very bad in my opinion, they only stayed stage 4 2022. What's next, guys? Because if that's it, if that's all they're gonna do, then I'm already not really interested, because yeah, the turn-based combat, we will have to see if that is going to be fun, but I want to see way more mechanics and utilities that you can do with your soldiers or equipment or whatever, right, guys? Or with the land even. I want to see way more gameplay elements being implemented in the game, and they don't really seem to have thought about that yet as far as their roadmap on the website goes. Maybe they go more in depth on the white paper, so we have to go through that a little bit later. Again, guys, the team, we could only find the first two guys, the Sam Hill guy and Jeremy Gapper, I believe his name is. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Now, for example, Sam Hill, founder, lead gameplay programmer, and lead designer. Now, let's look at Sam Hill, guys, basically the most important guy behind this project. Founder, CEO of Four Winds Entertainment, lead designer and programmer. So basically, this is the company behind the game Wrath of Aztec, Tezca, I should say. So let's see, guys, founder, designer, officer, administrator, and here he got a bachelor degree. So not a lot of experience, guys. That's a little bit worrying, in my opinion. I'm not too happy with that. I'm very sorry. Four Winds Entertainment. Let's see if we can look up that company. I believe that this is their company website, if it's going to load. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. We will just keep that loading for now, but I'm not very excited for the Sam Hill guy. Now let's look at Jeremy Gapper. or Gaper, whatever his name is. A gameplay programmer, web development, and community manager. Now let's look him up again, guys. So he has a little bit more experience overall. Project Total War Warhammer 2. That's nice. Total War Warhammer. Okay, so that's definitely nice. Total War Three Kingdoms. Creative Assembly, performance analyst, senior QA engineer, lead PC, Mac technician, IT technician, college, computer hardware. Okay, well, this guy, graphic design. Okay, that says a volunteer. Oh, I mean, I really like it that he worked on Total War. That's a very nice game, guys. So this guy has more experience than Sam Hill, in my opinion. That's good. Overall, it's not the worst because 9 out of 10 times when I do research about a certain project, they don't even have a team available for me to do research on. So the little bits of information that I can digest from their website is, yeah, if I would range it from 1 to 10 as giving it a mark, I would give it a 4 because it's not sufficient, because 80% is not transparent to me. I don't see their full name, so I can't even try to find them on LinkedIn. So that's bad. I want to do full research about everyone behind the project because, again, guys, I invest into teams and then comes the project. It makes common sense in my mind. But yeah, the NFT space is wild, so a lot of people don't care, but I do. Come and join our wonderful community to be kept up to date regarding all project info, giveaways, collaboration, and future NFT sales. So we're going to check out their Twitter account. When is it made and how much hype does the project have around it, right, guys? So let's see. July 2021. Yeah, that's very early stage still, which is fine. It's not too much of a hustle. It's okay, but only like, let's say 5,000 followers. That's not a lot, guys. That's not a lot of hype. Definitely bad. There are projects with social media accounts created way more recently and with way more hype and followers behind it. Now, this can also change. This can always change in the near future, guys. But for now, 4,856 followers, that is not a lot. It's very bad as an investor, right, guys? Now, let's see. What do they share on their Twitter account? Do they talk about gameplay or do they talk about giveaways and land sales, chest sales, and basically only trying to sell you guys NFTs, because that would be bad. Now, the first thing I can see is a chest giveaway. It's fine. Another giveaway. Oof. Winner. Okay. Advertisement for that chest. Advertisement for that chest. Winner announced. So only winners, giveaways, and chest advertisements. Nothing regard their game. And from what I have seen, their game is in a very, very early stage. So this is definitely a concern for me, guys. So if we add up a couple things already, their whole team, like 80% is not transparent and not open. The information that we do find about the team, one of them is experienced, whereas the other is a little bit meh, right, guys? As far as the social media channel go, on the Twitter account, they don't seem to be fully focused on development, and that's concerning for me as an investor. They only seem to be hosting giveaways, and that's really something I'm allergic to, guys. We will dive into a little bit deeper on their Discord account, but let's go to their game, guys, because the game basically determines if the game is worth a investment after all, guys, because there are some guys known about the project. It's not the best team out there, but most likely also not the worst. I mean, if the game is really, really fun to play, then I can potentially change my decision and do invest in this game, right, guys? But what can we see right now? Not a lot, because I thought we would be able to be inside a 3D environment, and that doesn't seem to be the case. This is a placeholder character, guys. I don't have any characters myself, so this is a placeholder character for now. Here you can see the amount of charges, so definitely a staking mechanism so far as I can see, because whenever you stake him for once, you have to wait like a couple hours. You can stake them again and the charges become less and less, and they recharge every 12 hours, I believe. So every 12 hours you gain 1 charge per squad, basically. This is a mission, guys. Everything is automatic. I will show you guys later how that works, because there's another YouTuber that did that for me, because I'm not willing to invest in a staking mechanism, and that is what it is currently. They say they're gonna change that, and I will definitely come back and try out the game once that happens. But for now, I'm not interested, because staking is another game. It's not fun, it's boring, it's tedious, and definitely not something that is going to last. And there is not a lot of things going on, guys, like I expected. I'm really disappointed, because it started off so well. They had game screenshots, some of their team members were known and transparent. I could find them on LinkedIn, 80% not, but yeah, that's a little bit bad. But if you look at these pictures, like, this is good. This looks very nice, guys. Also, if we combine them with the elements they already created, like if they would implement them inside a 3D environment and you can play with your characters, that would be great in my opinion. Overall, the website doesn't look bad at all. Fortunately, if we dive in a little bit deeper, it is not what I expected it to be, and that is a pity. So I found a guy named Kevin Smack. If you want to give this guy a follow, please do so. He played the game for me, basically. So he bought a chest. He got some NFT soldiers out there. So he is basically setting them up right now. You can see the character right here, guys. His inventory right here. So these are all separate pieces of NFTs. And you can equip your gear and NFTs to your character to make him stronger, basically. Right, guys? He's setting up his characters right now. So he goes through all of his characters. He selected 4 of his soldiers and he clicks on confirm. And then he has to select a piece of land to basically do the mission on. Right, guys? So if you skip that real quick, you can see the 3 different lands right here. You can also check out what the reward will be in a certain land, right, guys? And how difficult the mission will be, right, guys? So he selects a piece of land. Let's skip through that real quick. Rewards. And he automatically gets rewarded instantly, guys. Yeah, that's a staking mechanism. That's not a game, because how much fun is there going on? Well, let's try to digest that. Okay, guys, he bought a chest. He got a soldier. He selected the soldier for a mission. He clicked on the mission, finished his mission, got rewarded. That's it, right? He had to do nothing. He didn't control his character. He didn't have to tactically set up his army against opponents. There's absolutely zero gameplay going on, and that is concerning. It's just boring. It's bad. And I believe they shouldn't have launched the game in this state. Very concerning for me as an investor, guys, because I would have liked that they would already have a early stage of their real gameplay going on, like the tactical turn-based gameplay that they always talk about. I would have already liked to see somewhat of a gameplay around that aspect, right, guys? Because it seems rushed right now, guys. They just wanted to have their website online so they can sell their NFTs. A very boring automatic staking mechanism right now, but where's the game? There's not really a game yet. Now I have to come back to see if that gameplay is coming out anytime soon and if that gameplay is going to be fun to play, guys, because that is the most important. Now if we go a little bit further, we can clearly see that he has to wait like 2.5 hours before he can stake his character again, and then he has 0 charges, and then he has to wait 12 hours to get a charge, and then he can stake them again. So yeah, very boring, guys. There's nothing going on, so that is a pity. Now let's go to the white paper. I'm not going through it word by word because the video would be too long if I did that. What I do want to see is their roadmap. So let's go to their roadmap, guys. Stage 4, quarter 3, 2022, 3-day turn-based combat. Yeah, I would have liked to see that already, to be honest, because we can't seem to see anything about it. So if we invest now, we invest into a staking mechanism disguised in a game. There are already so many of them, and it's very boring, guys. Those games will not last as far as you can even call them a game. Control your soldiers in fully fledged combat scenarios while earning even greater rewards. So this is interesting. I would like to see that, and I will definitely follow this project, and hopefully that will be fun to play, and then I can maybe decide to invest in a piece of land, because then there will be a reason for players to actually play the game. Milestones, yeah, that's not really interesting, because yeah, what is the milestones, guys? There's absolutely barely anything going on, in my opinion. They really try to look like a game, but yeah, it's definitely not a game yet, guys. It's a staking mechanism, nothing more, nothing less. Now here you can see the rewards pool, guys. That's also not really interesting. 1% for legendary, 4% for an epic, 30% for a rare, and 65% for a common. If you want to buy a chest, you can do so, of course, on Atomic Hub. I believe the least expensive chest currently is going for sale for $27, which is around 100 wax. And you get 9 NFTs. Okay, guys, you get 1 soldier and 8 equipment NFTs. And then you can stake them in order to gain a reward. Not interesting to me, guys, unfortunately. Mythic chest, of course, they have different types of chests, loot boxes all over the place, like always. Not a lot regard their gameplay, unfortunately. Lands, there are currently no land NFTs. They will be released at a later date. I believe there are right now, so they didn't update the white paper. There will be 6 different land types and 5 different rarities: mountain, jungle, plains, river valley, mystic, clearing, and ruins. Land NFTs will have both a reward level and an attribute level that can be increased through spending Tezca coin and other reward tokens. Both the reward level and the attribute modifiers impact the amount of rewards paid out. For each increase in reward level, the Tezca coin yield will go up 2% and the appropriate resource rewards goes up by 1%. For each increase in attribute level, one attribute modifier decided by the landowner will go up 12%, by the other 9 attributes will go down 1%, resulting in a net 2% increase. A little bit difficult, guys. I would have liked to see a small infographic going on, explain what is going on. There are different type of resources. They also contain a different type of rarity: magic essence, heartroot, bone shards. Not a lot of utilities behind these lands, unfortunately. We have designed 10 attributes that are used in game: physical attack, magic attack, defense, magic shield, strength, intelligence, toughness, willpower, speed, and stamina. Yeah, basically your generic attributes, guys. Nothing really interesting going on in here. Speed, stamina, treasures. Test score, maximum supply of 1 billion. That's a lot. But if their burning mechanics are in place, then that's fine. Yeah, basically, if you really want to dive into their whole distribution and tokenomics, read the white paper because it is explained there. They do quite go in depth about how every single aspect works behind their game, so that is good. Overall, does look good, guys. Not too bad at all. They have some infographics going on where you can clearly digest the information that they want to share with you, right, guys? Crafting. Okay, we can find more information about crafting as well. Blessings. Well, for now, guys, we can wrap this up. Unfortunately, I had good hopes for this project, but unfortunately, it doesn't really deliver as of today. And today, we are in the 12th of March 2022 because there's not a lot of gameplay going on, guys. It's a staking mechanism as of today, and that is no fun. Staking mechanism, again, in my opinion, is not a utility, and it's also not a game because it's not fun. You buy a card, you click on a mission, send him on a mission, send him away or whatever, you get a reward, and that's it. You have to wait 12 hours to come back. Like, there's nothing going on. There's no social aspect within the game. There's no ecosystem. You can't really do anything else with your characters. It's really dull, guys. Overall, I would say that this project as of today is not worth an investment, but definitely worth keep on following and keep track of what they're doing, right, guys? Because if this game becomes more like I expected it to be, then it really has a chance to be potential, right, guys? Because the elements do look great. I have to admit, the elements that they have designed so far, they do look good, but they're cards right now. They're not really 3D assets as of right now, right, guys? They say they're going to change that, and we will definitely be coming back when that happens, because that could be a game changer for the game Wrath of Tezca. But always, guys, do your own research, because that's the most important. Have your own voice and take everything I say with a grain of salt, guys. Because remember, be a leader in this space and do not be a sheep. Peace out.